Vibe check. Crypto do soon Lambo. Lamborghini Diablo. Win Lamborghinis. Win out the slumps. When are we gonna get out of them? That's everybody's question, right? When you wake up in the morning, first thing you say, it's not even like hello world. Your program now is to wake up and panic. Yo, your program used to be just wake up and like open up the fucking blinds, right? Sun's rising, birds tweeting before Twitter fucking stole the concept of birds tweeting. But yeah, open up the blind. It's a beautiful morning. Fuck that. 9:24, you wake up and go, yo, is the chart up or down? Win Lambo. What up, Crypto Dude? Good to see you. What up, Dank? What up, Willow? Good to see you. What up, Damien? AKA Buddy. What up, what up? What up, Clay? Hello to everybody out there, my fellow Xenians. How's it going? Today, currently, lately, I've been starting off my streams with just my voice, because fuck my face. I don't know. Stay for the face. I don't know. We live in a whole new paradigm, and it's becoming more and more apparent that being anonymous is no longer working out for everybody. So what's up, world? This your boy, Crypto Bruh. How's it going? YouTube land, internet land, cyberspace, and anyone else out there that happens to catch the feed. Good for you. If you're in a different planet, possibilities are endless. I don't know. Shit's in shambles down here on Earth. It's Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Again, marching through the month. March is it is my birthday month, but also it seems to be where everybody's eyes are going. So let's talk about it. How you guys doing, man? It's been the weekend. Win Geo Tracker. Yo, we have that. You want to see the geo tracker? Look at me. I'm over here on CNN Business, trying to track my soul and the planet. Here's our geo tracker. It's bumping right now. Geo trackers shitting on everyone. It's unbelievable. 131 read-only nodes. Beautiful. 228 validators. Out of control. Frosty the Snowman finally put a PFP up here. That's funny. But yeah, man, let's see how many are online. So we have 206 online, 25 in maintenance, 55 offline. Jeez. Man, it was an amazing week. It was an amazing week, bro. So the week end, right? The week just began. But the thing is that, yeah, Zen is functioning like a 9 to 5. So we tend to see a lot of off-brand activity on the weekends, right? That's why, like, if you're a real Zenian, you should always be minting so you land on weeks, or your mints end on the weekend. So going forward into the future, right? If you're going to play the Zen game and you're saying, hey, I'm going to mint Zen for the rest of my life. Fuck learning anything else. That's kind of what I get. That's my temp check on the industry right now. And that's why, again, the title today is a little bit of get off my chest from the weekend, and something that the energy of the planet just kind of surged into my fingertips this morning, where I was like, yo, hold the fuck up. Everything isn't making any sense anymore. Again, used to wake up with a different program, and lately I've been waking up on that program, that old one, the one where everything is feeling all right. Birds are tweeting. I'm opening up the shades and shit. Got the DB Zen shirt on today. It's DB Zen Monday. Hey, DB Zen Monday. Shout out to Zen merch store. So Zen Crypto merch store for the shirt. Zen Crypto store for the hat. Links in the description if you want to get yourself some Zen swag, because we not going nowhere, man. That's a fact. But yeah, I woke up this morning with just a whole different feeling about the way that the industry is being taken by storm. Everybody wants their piece of the pie, right? So in Zen, we also are very close to wanting a piece of our own pie. That's why our token lives on 12 EVMs around space and time. I actually tweeted this earlier, or not earlier, a couple seconds ago. Where's the geo map, Bana? Right here. So Calabunga. What the fuck? Zensu with the Calabunga. What the hell? Hey, who does Cowabunga? Who does the Cowabunga? Is that the fucking Rocket Power? Somebody let me know in the chat. Is that what Rocket Power is doing? Do they do Calabunga? I forget. It slips my brain. All right, but look it. Check it out. So I'm going for the next right now of some influencers, right? Might not be the ones you're thinking of. Stop being a hater. You'll see what I'm talking about. We're going for mainstream, man. So it's bigger influencers than just us being some haters on each other, because we all love each other. But yeah, so Zen plot twists. Once X1 is live, every blockchain with Zen tokens becomes a billboard for a new novel value transfer concept called proof of burn. Now, we talk about this all the time. Proof of burn, right? You can burn your coins, you can get something on the other side. Some people, like, I'm wearing the DB Zen shirt. You got like DB Zen. This is a valid XN validator or provider. No, they're not a validator. Maybe they'll make a validator. I'm sure Roz and team will put some DB Zen validators into the mix. Because I'll show you what happened over the weekend. Yeah. So DB Zen's a valid XN provider where you can bring your Zen and you can burn it in whatever their other parameters are and get whatever the hell they're going to offer you, right? But for some reason, DB Zen sees value in utilizing Zen as a currency or as a value proposition to make an agreement for something on the other side. In this agreement, again, you add native coin and, depending on how much native you want to add, you can add more Zen and you can burn and get DB Zen token. So it's a pretty cool way of burning your Zen and getting a reward, right? But again, they're taking advantage of our novel approach so they can have traffic on their site, right? DXN could be anything, right? And that's why there's other approaches to being an XEN provider. But again, it's like, what are you getting on the other side? And a lot of people are starting to, you know, we've gone through this. We've been here for a year now. So what you get on the other side means a lot to some people. And now some people are just waiting to when they can just get XN, right? So what are and this is what's so crazy. So that's the proof of burn. Yeah, the proof of burn gets you other things, but its original concept is to transfer value from one blockchain to the other, right? So this is the value right here, right? To get into X1 chain, you can transfer your BNB to XN by purchasing BZen from the DEX and burning it via any XN provider. So any XN provider, DBZen, Phoenix, Zen.network. And again, that's why a lot of people are waiting for the Zen.network burn, where you can see that here. If you go, you go to the XeNFTs, you'll see that maybe it's going low, maybe it's not. It's telling me I ain't connected. There we go. You'll see the burn tab. An error has occurred. Man, I'm moving too fast on this Monday morning. What up, y'all? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who's that? Who's turning into a mutant? Mutants are my favorite comic book characters, though. I don't know about DC. I'm sorry. I like the mutant story. They was human, then they transformed into an alien. Spicy. All right. So yeah, you'll soon be able to burn via the actual Zen website, Zen.network. You'll be able to just burn your XN tokens. This burn is still being clarified because it might have some amplifications added to it where you'll be able to burn native coin along with your Zen to amplify your XN on the other side, basically. And yeah, and again, that's because some people might want that. Some people might want to have, 2 ETH worth of XN, but they don't want to go and buy it off the DEX, like I'm saying in this post, right? So this will soon come out, and then this post is going to be changed because it's going to be real, but it's the plot twist right now, okay? So again, you can purchase BZen from any DEX, burn it via any XN provider, and soon you'll be able to burn it via Zen.network. Also, if you can't buy BZen because you don't want to, or maybe it's a future where it's too expensive, you can actually make it just for gas fees, right? And that's the mint feature here, where I can just mint Zen using space and time, right? Space and time being, I gotta be in the space when this time is up. If I don't exist, this don't exist, or if I don't leave the keys and teach someone how to get to it, it doesn't exist. So that's the cool supply. It's like a built-in deflationary idea where people forget their keys, and same things like Bitcoin, but for someone who's serious and it's like, yo, I want to transfer value, this is like a new way for them to do it. They can wait 181 days and maybe the Zen on the other side will be worth more than it cost them to create it, right? Right now, that's not the case, obviously. But again, we don't have X1 chain, so that's why this is titled Plot Twist. Yeah, so again, this is a novel approach to supply creation, causing all 12 EVMs to become the purest value transfer in crypto. This is something that I am like 100% believing in going this last weekend, right? That's why I'm like, yo, we got to talk about these influencers, because I see a lot of influencers that are in the space not talking about novel approaches to the crypto, not talking about what's going to really be around after we move into the next phase, right? There's a systematic phase that we all know about. Actually posted about this on my X account too. If you don't follow me on X, man, look up crypto bruh 3hs.zen. More World Peace, because that's my DJ name. And also, it's pretty random. I got More World Peace on X. I was like, when I got this name, I was like switching up my whole DJ persona, trying to get a little bit more abstract. So when I went and I started to search More World Peace, like I did moreworldpeace.com, no one had it. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So I bought it. And then I went to Twitter, no one had more World Peace. I went to Instagram, no one had More World Peace. The universe gave it to me. So I was like, yeah, I'm swooping this. Because how? The world needs all the peace. Yeah, follow me on there. Shout out to anyone watching me on X right now. We're streaming over there. But yeah, this is the guy we're going to talk about. Banter is a villain. Crypto banter is a villain. This influencer is a villain, man. But where is this post at that I posted? I be posting too much. I need to chill. On the weekends, I go post dumb crazy because I just be chilling. Here it is. So someone posted this over the weekend talking about, this is a chart of the Bitcoin halving. Water me down. What up, Tree City West? What up, Rolando? What up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? I didn't say what's up. We got Lucas in the house, Lou in the house. Proof of smoke in the future. You smoking? What you smoking? But yeah, so looking at this, we're on the 4th halving of the Bitcoin cycle. This is pretty crazy. To kind of get that healthy reminder that Bitcoin is still having supply reduction, to give it a disinflationary feeling while being inflationary, right? And this is programmed into Bitcoin. So every 4 years, Bitcoin becomes harder to make, right? And we're in the 4th cycle of this. So this chart here, this is a photo. I can't really zoom in much more because I don't have the right mouse. Maybe I could use this thing. Kinda. I hope you can see it. But basically, going forward all the way into 2040, we're kind of going down less and less until there's only like one Bitcoin being discovered, and the network is just running, right? So in today's world, in cycle 4, you got to really ask yourself, like, what are you fucking early? Are you cycle 4 having Bitcoin finder, or are you finding Bitcoin in 2040? It's cycle 8. You know, which one are you? You know, are you the person that said to yourself, I'm going to build for those people who show up in 2040? Or are you the person that's just building for today, forgetting that there's like a real system? You get me? Like, I feel like crypto is losing its proposition points from the very beginning. And this is why it's giving brands like Zen opportunity to shuffle in without influencers. Like, our technology speaks for itself, you know? And once there's a blockchain and all of these coins, all these Zen tokens have a reason to exist, right? Plot twist. Then people are going to fucking see Zen. So I'm not too worried about what today's climate is, or like this past weekend. The influencers are doing all of the justice for us, guys. And as you scan through your influencers to get all your what is it, your Bitcoin insight, when all you needed to do was follow the dollar, right? If the dollar's pumping and the world's in shambles, Bitcoin is risk off. The end. Until we can damn, this shit is still funny. If you're we're streaming with me on Friday, I put this little red face here because yeah, I do assume on Friday we were already saying we broke underneath this 72, so expect lower prices in Bitcoin. Now again, my sentiment in this is that this is just a sell-off because people don't know what the fuck they're using yet. So this is an opportunity for anyone that still has capital, you know, sideline bits to figure it out, like find out what's next. What's going to be the next thing in the next narrative that's going to push the cycle? And this is why, again, I'm feeling like that people are following influencers too much, and this is way too easy. So today, though, I was on YouTube. Where's my fucking YouTube at? And like, you know, YouTube's a good place to see like the climate of why you don't want to just follow influencers. Okay, look, Ivan's live right now. 3.2 thousand people watching this person. Let's zoom in. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, it's him, him and a lot of people. So this is like another thing too about these crypto influencers that I don't understand why people are still following these people. Like, look at, I mean, why do you need to go and discover more unless you're learning about business? So then there is that. It's like, okay, cool. Crypto business does exist and it used to rule the market. So in my reality that I'm currently living in, these guys have already lost the rock. Crypto influencers, people not like that just come on the YouTube and just show you what they're doing, right? Like what is my literally my thing says tells from the blockchain, right? I put that there on purpose so that this is really a window into what I do when I'm cryptoing and how I stay true to the code, because code don't lie, especially if it's immutable. And then, you know, teaching myself further about how code works with the industry that I'm in so that I can use the code to my best advantage. But yeah, I wasn't trying to show this. It's just kind of funny to see. Yeah, 300 or 3,000 viewers. Shout out to my 22 viewers right now. You guys are amazing, real Xenians, or just real people. Most likely, just real people. Who knows? These could be inflated numbers. I'm starting to think that too.
Yes, we're back with.
Oh shit! It's gotta be yelling. I'm starting to think that these dudes might also be inflating a lot of stuff right now, because the market feels pretty dead, and it feels like the only real movement we're getting is speculation. So right now, damn, I gotta turn all this stuff off. So right now, Bitcoin is doomed. It's already broke past a moving average, so it's doomed. Now, how low it goes, everyone's looking at 32, right? Because that's where the motherfucking lines go. But like, if you're in the space, you know that Bitcoin has a lot of interest and a lot of builders. So it's like a weird ass world we living in, because it's almost like influencers don't want the simple-minded people to discover the next best thing before they got either a position or they have more information on it. And we've seen this in Zen world, where you have a lot of influencers who are going to demise the organic growth in order to push a self narrative or push something in their own direction to make something happen for themselves. You know, it's a very small market, it's a very niche market, so it's easy to manipulate Zen mentally. It's becoming much harder, right? We're seeing it now, especially with X1 becoming live. You're seeing the manipulation on Zen minimized, because it's harder to manipulate something when everyone's got the same ignition, or when everyone's on the same mission. So that's why it's like today's thing isn't about the haters, because in Zen, all of us are gonna win. You like it if you don't like it. You're gonna hold a bag, and the chart will show that you held a bag because the price will appreciate, right? This isn't a pump and dump like most of your like an influencer would shill you, and that's why people don't talk about Zen, because again, they need to get the best position possible, and if they spoke about it, it could change a direction, right? I've become into this like world of, or I've realized like, yo, damn, whenever I say something, it can dictate a left or a right sometimes too. And I'm not even trying to do that. Like I said, I'm just a window in here, right? Like of what I'm saying. Like if I'm hating DXN, probably gonna come on stream and be like, fuck DXN, I'm about to sell that shit, or I'm not doing that shit, and blah, blah, blah. And maybe other people feel the same way, and then they go and do the same thing, right? But in those niche markets, like a Zen, like a DXN, you know, I can go on, anything niche, influencers do cause different moments in the chart. And again, Zen is a good example of everyone coming together, even though like, you know, there's some people like, yeah, Zen every single day. And then there's others that are like, nah, Zen every single day. What we all have to agree on is that X1 is fucking real. And you can deny it for as long as you want to deny it. But the more validators that come online, the more ideas that come alive, you know, the harder it gets to stop the snowball effect of something new. Right. And then that's why, again, these influencers on the mainstream are our real enemy, bro. Like, these dudes are like siphoning liquidity from the actual DeFi user at this point. Maybe 2016, 17, you know, 18. It was really fresh.
Yet another.
But where was it at when I was listening to this? Hold up. I got to find it.
And as you can,
this man's got so much energy.
Did just a month ago. So we can prepare, we can load up because they made an upgrade.
Okay, so here we go. He was talking about Bitcoin ordinals. This is what caught my ear. Because I'm like, why doesn't anyone, if anyone, this is like a, how do you say this? This is like a thing in crypto now where if someone's not pro ordinals, you can kind of see where they're really coming from. Because then it's like, wait, but why aren't you pro ordinals? That's on-chain data, right? That's Satoshi's vision. If we all were rooting for Satoshi's vision, why all of a sudden is ordinals a fork in the road? You know, again, Zen taught me, got me caught up. I didn't understand why like XENblocks was such a fork in the road. I didn't understand why VMPX is such a fork in the road. And that's why I kept going along with the more progressive narrative than the less aggressive, right? You would say, because it is pretty aggressive and progressive at the same time, because you're like betting on something that isn't real. But it's the math. The math adds up. The ideology in my brain of me being a computer scientist myself, it all lines up, bruh. So again, I'm watching this on Ivan on Tech and listen to what he talks about the ordinals real quick. Listen to this.
Rock anymore. Yes, it is digital gold. It has all the scarcity elements and so on and so forth. But you also have insane growth of the ecosystem on top. You have insane growth of, for example, NFTs, or for example, DeFi. There's so much happening on Bitcoin. It's insane. It really blows my mind how Bitcoin has developed from basically just, you know, sending, storing, and holding, which are the three main use cases. But now also look, for example, NFT trade volume by chain. Bitcoin right now is bigger than ETH let's see, it is the Bitcoin is the purple. See, it is bigger in many months than ETH, according to the block. You see, this is an important trend, and this important trend is likely to continue, that Bitcoin is gonna grow in NFT volume, is gonna grow also in DeFi volume, and I know it for a fact because we have so many projects building on top of Bitcoin. It's becoming bigger, bigger, and bigger. And as a reminder to all of you, the way that Bitcoin has gone from just being a pet rock, basically sending, receiving, holding, to being a platform where you can build things on top is because they made an upgrade to Bitcoin where they enabled you to store extra data in a Bitcoin transaction. And so this gave the rise of Bitcoin ordinals, which is basically the practice of viewing Satoshis through a made-up lens. So on Bitcoin, on the Bitcoin network, each and every Satoshi can be individually tracked. And so with ordinals, what has happened is that each and every individual Satoshi can now be an NFT, it can be a coin, it can be whatever you want. I mean, you can build any kind of meta protocol on top. This is called the meta protocol, where you have the Bitcoin protocol being the base protocol, and then on top of that, you can build an indexer that views and gives meaning to different Satoshis on top of the Bitcoin network. And that's really...
He did a good job explaining that shit. That was let's keep going.
What started ordinals last year. And so you basically have this arbitrary assigning some Satoshi different traits, for example, rare or epic or legendary and so forth. And this has given birth to this revolution, this Bitcoin DeFi, Bitcoin NFTs, and so on and so forth. And what's important is that people are making a lot of money in this industry. You see, for example, on Ape Terminal, which is a...
And here we go. This is why crypto influencers are fucking villains. Right after he did an amazing job. I mean, granted, I would shill something, but I wouldn't shill this. Satoshi VM. So once I saw this happen this morning, I was like, wait a second, bro. Like, damn, like you were doing a great job. You got me all pulled in and shit. And I was almost like, yo, are the influencers going to start talking about ordinals? No. Instead, he curbs it and starts talking about this thing. I don't even know what the fuck this is. I'm in crypto, bro. I'm like in crypto every single day. Ordinals are being pushed in a manner now where they're actually doing so many airdrops for people in the community that I'm on the other side of things. I'm on the on-chain side of things. So let me show you another one. Right. So keep in mind, Satoshi, right here, before we go there, Satoshi VM, right? So then I was like, yo, what the fuck is Banner on? You know, Banter's telling me to prepare. The crypto dump is almost over. So I go and I tune in to this motherfucker, right?
Oh, what do you want first?
All right. Banter, man. Where's this shit at? It's like 44 minutes in. So, Banter today goes on and talks about this other thing.
Projects always get fun.
Called SVAMV, whatever the fuck. Right? So it just keeps this narrative going. Okay, crypto's dying because they're rug pulling the shit out of it due to the way that the earth works. But at the same time, crypto influencers are siphoning the funds from users by putting out shit coins and endorsing them, and then mentally mind fucking you into thinking that they're not endorsing it. So listen to this motherfucker. I was listening to this shit.
The way to get into IDOs is through these things called launchpads.
Hold on, I gotta go to the part where he snitches on himself. Is this the part? No, that ain't it. They already cut it out. We gotta find it. He starts talking about Zach BTC and about how, like, when you're looking for something, man, my marker said 44 minutes. Okay, yeah, so I'm too far behind. So yeah, right here, listen to this.
The thing. Now, I mean, you know, you got two choices. You can either be part of the people that sell the top, or people that sell or people that get dumped on. And this is what I wanted to show you.
He's gonna try to give people advice on like how not to get dumped on and how to be on top of the market.
Because I think that this is a good one. And Zach XBT actually tweeted a thread about this. He says, remember, when influencers with a lot of followers start shitting a project at the same time, it's likely because they have an allocation and will dump their cheap tokens on you. And this is a part where you need to understand who you are trading against. And this is the most...
You, man, look how he had to zoom in on the whole shot. Bro went from looking at the internet to like, let me zoom in. Let me look at you guys in the face. Let me tell you who you're looking for to let me show you who's going to dump on you.
Most important part here. So remember, I showed you very early in the show how a lot of people were shilling a project at exactly the same time. No disrespect. As I said, I think Satoshi VM is an amazing project. I think we're investing.
And then out of nowhere, this man said Satoshi VM. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Didn't Ivan just say after his inscription thing that these they caught up in a lie right now. And now this guy is literally trying to spin the Zach BTC thing to make it look like he's the guy that Zach is saying is the good guy. Let's keep going.
Invested in the project. We love the project. But I want to show you how
Oh, you saw that part too? Listen to this.
I showed you very early in the show how a lot of people were shilling a project at exactly the same time. No disrespect. As I said, I think Satoshi VM is an amazing project. I think we're invested in the project. We love the project. But I want to show you how what you should have been looking out for this weekend is the frequency of posting and the similarity of the posts by high-profile Twitter accounts that you
Hey, if you got a whole bunch of high-profile Twitter accounts posting the same thing, follow it.
actually trust. Now, what is that telling you? Do you think that they all just decided to just tweet? No.
Why did bro had to look around the room to see if there was anyone in the camera room to agree with him, right? You think they all did that at the same time? Just because? No.
They all have allocations.
Oh.
And they got their allocations in the private cell. And chances are they only got a certain percentage of their allocation. They didn't get the whole amount of their allocation. And if they want their whole allocation, then they've got to show the project that they're actually shilling.
Man, this has 10,000 views. Guys, it's over. Fuck influence in crypto. That shit is ridiculous. Like, realistically, go put your head in a library, whether it be Python, C++. Yes, I am saying code syntaxes. You can go put your head in a real library. I don't know what the hell you're going to get out of that, but you should go put yourself into some code and start learning this crypto stuff and stop following people like Banter and Ivan, because they're literally just shilling to you and you're just moving in their herd, and I don't know why you're doing it. This man literally just said we ain't got a problem with Satoshi VM, and I showed you before this one. Ivan literally shilled that shit right before his stream on a thing telling people that this is an opportunity.
But yes, we're back with...
Look at this shit. Where's it at? Oh, right here. Satoshi VM. Caught him. Caught in 4K. You fucking influencers. These people are villains. Monday morning, they already playing games with you because you saw it over the weekend. You might have saw this title over the weekend. You saw this ticker on X all weekend, huh? Well, today we're going to tell you about it. Bruh, get off this shit. I'm not saying follow me. Follow whoever the fuck you want. I'm not even a crypto influencer, okay? I'm just, like I said, like I say in most of my streams, just be inspired and intrigued of the information. If you find that in my content, continue to absorb it. If none of my shit is intriguing, none of my shit is inspiring, for sure, maybe don't be here. But if there's one thing I am going to not promote on my channel is meta fucking advertisement. The check gonna have to be humongous to get me to be this gimmicky, because it's too easy to connect the dots in a small world that's based on math. Like, I could see who's not doing the math and who is doing the math. And again, this is why I can go segue right back into why I'm so bullish on Zen, why I'm not afraid to start tweeting bullshit like this. Right? I'm wildin'. I decided to call the bottom today on my X account. I woke up this morning and said, you know what? I'm doing some Python stuff, so I'm still working on trying to figure out what I'm doing next. But I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? Where's it at? Zen bottom is in. Fuck it, the Zen bottom is in. Stop trying to act like it's not. This shit is in. I can't even find it. Wherever, fuck it. I can't find it right now. But yeah, after I saw this crypto banter relationship with Ivan this morning, that also kind of gave me an indication. Another thing that gave me a flag that the bottom is in for Zen right now is DB Zen's Telegram. Oh my God. The amount of confusion in this Telegram is hilarious to me. I see people who still don't believe in Zen, but still believe in DXN, as if they're not the same thing, right? And people in this Telegram still complaining about how the system work in DB Zen. Like, it's been almost a year and you still don't know how it works. Like, you in here complaining with the same FUD from like a year ago. Like, volume in TXN is not going to be risen because of what Rise does right now. Rise is using Zen as a billboard, and he's doing amazing work. And that's why Zenians like using their platform. So DBZen is Zen at its core. And the more people keep them separated, the more I start to realize, fuck, Zen is bottoming because this is going to get expensive. I was already here before. When it was up here, when like 100 million Zen was like actually worth money. I mean, granted, today it's still worth like, I think like $90, $95 or something for 100 mil. How much 100 million Zen? Oh, $38? Okay, my bad. We broke. We broke right now. Broke. 5 broke. We ain't got it. All right, so whatever. That's at these prices. That's at 6 zeros 38. Now, again, Zen is finding its bottom right now because it's on the verge of being used as the main gas token for X1 chain. So every Zen token is going to basically be eligible to move on, right? On any chain. Granted, we gonna have our favorite Zen, I guess. And this is why, again, I'm very curious to what happens to all the Zens and to everybody who's there early. You know, because what we don't have much liquidity for selling. So my thought is not everyone's gonna be able to sell their Zen, right? Unless we attract some sort of big ass liquidity of native. And I say this because I'm heavy on Avalanche, and I can see Avalanche is not playing out the way I envision it to play out before X1 chain, which is way more liquidity, like 10x the liquidity. Because now this means that when X1 chain goes live, the real way to exit is through XN. You won't be able to get out through here. You have to burn it, right? And if the burn becomes more profitable on the other side, that's why you see a restriction of trading. And I do think some people are positioning themselves to be right there, to be the top 5 people who sell the chart throughout the turbulence until people stop mining on these other chains, because all of the economical energy transfers and then people move on. That's what I'm saying. Like, once X1 chain comes out, people are going to move on. They're not going to be guessing which one is next. They're gonna know that X1 chain is next one up. And I'm not trying to like boast the chain as if like I'm a maxi. I'm literally speaking facts from the way that it's being built, knowing that I'm a ground zero specialist. What up, Crypto Craig? What it do? What up, Sun Station? What up, Mind of Tron? I had to delist some of my low ordinal inscriptions. Scam ran. Yeah, man. Watch out for them scams though. Watch out for them crypto influencers, bro. The real ones. The ones that have reach. Not to say not all of us have reach, but like, I don't even know what this one's doing. Discover Crypto. 108 or 800 people watching. Way more than your boy Crypto, bro, because I don't get enough likes and subs. People just come here to siphon my information.
You know, your regular startups
on Zen and take my ideology, my metaphors, and run with them and shit. Fuck it, it's free. I am the AI. But yeah, what the fuck is this man
That's
talking
why
about?
Twitter got mad. They're like, okay, they front ran.
Oh, front running.
BlackRock rejecting
That's some balls.
Yeah, yeah. Because what if it did go down? Rejecting an XR.
Man, I can't trust people in these type of environments. It's like you too poor to afford a real studio, so you go and like what the fuck? Where is this studio? I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. I'm being an asshole. I'm hating. I can't trust them. Market watch, Wells buy up, Bitcoin ETF updates, charts, crypto logistics, legislation. I said logistics. Legislation, SEC versus Coinbase. None of that shit's gonna make you rich, man. My favorite thing that I've ever heard in crypto world is one time Udi had said on a Twitter Spaces, he was like, all these crypto bros read all the read all the blogs, listened to all the podcasts. They did everything that the influencers told them to do, and Bitcoin's still going down. They listen to every piece of content. Why? Sir? I sound evil right now. I'm the villain. Because I'm not trying to help save these motherfuckers. Fuck them. Let them sink. Bitman. Bruh, I minted my first XENiblock this weekend. Hey! I'm going to give you a human. Bum, 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 bum. Discover Crypto is BitBoy's channel after they kicked out BitBoy. You're... What? No way. Wow, reuse and recycle. Aw, man. BitBoy fell off. But see, this is what I mean. Okay, that's actually hilarious. Thanks for that tidbit there, Tree City West. Because this is more proof. They already purged the crypto influencer. BitBoy was one of them, right? Some of them self-purged. RH purged himself. Dude, you're going to hate this one, Tree City West. But I think Charles Hawkinson, I think he purged himself out. He's getting a little too abstract for the on-chain user. Same with Gavin Woods. But Gavin Woods started to lose my, like, wow, he's cool. Like, I started to fall off him when I saw him pleading, like, for developers at this one summit that a DOT Foundation had. He was, like, on his hands and knees, just like, yo, make something that changes the world. And that's when I discovered you really do need a Zen ideology in order to change the earth, because you can't change, or not the earth, but we live here. But I'm saying, like, the perception of reality. You can't really switch the way people perceive a constant, right? If something is constant until it's not anymore, right? Like, now this is not BitBoy. Where in the fuck is the fat guy? Who is this? Who is this? They don't look entertaining. I'm just kidding. I don't know who they are. Maybe they are entertaining. I'm just saying that's what BitBoy had for him, bro. It's something about being alive and being your aura on camera. As my camera shakes up a little bit and glitches. See, I'm talking too much shit today. Oh my gosh. I woke up and chose violence against the main. I don't know why. Today's the day. I was just like, yo, today I'm shitting on mainstream crypto, because what in the hell is going on? Right. And again, if you need comfort of, like, well, where does crypto go from here? Right. It's been predicted. Bitcoin's going down. So if you're in Bitcoin, find out why you like being in Bitcoin. Actually, we had a really good discussion this weekend in a Twitter Spaces I was in with some Zenians. And we were talking about validator nodes. And when we were talking about it, I forgot homie's names. Dirty something. Shout outs Dirty. If you out there, if you in the chat right now, say what's up. But he was talking about building a node and kind of getting the fundamental understanding of, like, why you want to build your node or what you want to do, right? And I think a lot of us are all in the same boat right now, where we've never seen such attraction from other users. I mean, granted, it should be expected. We're all like-minded. What the fuck? You know, it's one locker room full of people that are fucking happy and all love the same shit, right? But it is pretty astounding to continue this every single day and see the numbers grow, right? The data is in the numbers growing, right? The quantum is the numbers going up too much, right? So that's why it's like, yo, this is getting quantum as fuck. Now, the quantum is part of it all, is watching it come into existence. So last week I was talking about validators and how you might see groups of validators, because a data center would make more money than a bedroom miner. And this is why, again, my mind is kind of fucked up a little bit, because I'm like, whoa, X1 chain is getting enterprise very quick, right? You start seeing these data centers move into X1 chain and things get spicy, right? Actually, it makes it so that the little man doesn't need to run a node. Then you can specifically figure out delegation, because you won't need to really run a node, because we have another system, which is the read-only nodes, which is also a really good way of extending decentralization. But I mean, if you love the network, you want your piece of land, we do have the ability, to validate. So that's going to be something I think a lot of people are going to be into. I actually made a proposition today on my own node idea, because again, it should change my mind, right? Here, I'll give you some detail. So the detail here is that, again, we were talking about nodes, and we're saying like, man, if you want to just be a bedroom node, like, why are you doing it? Are you doing it to get passive income? Are you doing it because you love X1 chain and you want to secure the network? Are you doing it in the shadows of having a dream to have a data center, having your piece of the internet? You couldn't get a piece of the Google data center, but maybe today you can get a piece of the X1. You could still get a piece of Bitcoin data center, get a piece of Ethereum data center. And that's kind of why, again, I'm like, oh, people might like this. I've been using it, and it seems like a product and crypto people would enjoy. Going away again from just it being hopium, the whole design, getting back to the X and the 1, I think people are going to enjoy the fucking ride. So I'm hyped to be, again, freed from all other distractions, to be able to see the light at the end of this tunnel. I think a lot of people are going to fade it. Smart people are not. And this is where we are with this. So let's go ahead and let's change up the name here. So we had Zen or Crypto Cell come online with over 50, I think it's 50 nodes, right? This is amazing. This is security at its finest. And it made me think a little bit, because I was like, wow, like realistically, all they're doing is just branding that this server is connected to this ideology in this instance right now. Now, what's funny is Tree City West came up with a really, really cool idea. Now, I haven't started doing it yet, but if you go to Tree City West X account, go over there, follow him up. He did something on testnet where we can go and claim, where you can claim hash token from staking on his validator. So essentially, he's going to use his validator as a way to farm tokens. So like if you're staking with hashheads.io, you'll be able to farm hash coin. I was like, bruh, that's actually pretty dope. That's actually doper than what the fuck I was thinking about doing. But again, this is Tree City West. He's deep in the game. He's created a lot of different things in the X1, XN zone right now. So I'm happy that he's found another passion that he's driving, down the street. But then it made me think like, well, I don't want there to be a node wars. I mean, that would be cool. But I was like, yo, what if I make my X1 node community first, and I allow hashheads to take over the branding so that they can use my, so that users can stake to my node and you will mine the hash coin. So now my mind is like starting to think like, just like how a data center comes online because they're incentivized to secure the network because the XN token might pay for the data center. What if a group of Xenians decided to group up as validators and mine, create like a new fairly launched coin just based on being in the system, but you have to validate to these specific nodes that are all under Hashhead. And then now you see like a whole bunch of Hashhead nodes. And then, yeah, you would basically know who's who either via ID, blah, blah, blah. But I thought it'd be a really cool idea. And that's like another thing of this whole experience that we're all experiencing is we're seeing what it is to become enterprise grade from basically the bedroom. Like Zen really did start on a napkin, and I would say X1 chain is, cranes are going up. Cranes are going up. The thoughts are just soaring. The electricity is extremely there. And again, the validators, they keep showing up. We can even go to the Telegram. And the Telegram, we have a lot of new names I've never seen before. People coming in asking, a lot of people asking for questions. How do I delegate? You know what I'm saying? So this is all really good stuff to see, right? You don't want to be joining a team. And again, when you join Zen, I don't want to say it like that, because it's not joining anything. It's just it's like coming to realization that crypto is pure and is designed to be used. And it's not really designed for influencers to tell you that you should maybe take 10% off the top, so that you're not taking it off the top when they wreck the price at the 200, right? It's like, free yourself from that theory of that's only the way crypto works. But at the same time, being in crypto, knowing that these are the fills, setting up the right opportunities to understanding when tops are in, right? Like we said, 50K by March. So that's why when it got stomped out here, I was like, that's fine. Because I didn't want to adjust my levels and have to go higher, because I'm still thinking 50K by March. Right? And we could have a total, we could do exactly what we're doing here that I said was going to probably be possible, which is a pullback to the 200, dribble, and then something's going to come up that's going to remind people that crypto is a retail market currently. It's not owned by Wall Street, because they selling on new influx. So either we're getting a stimulus check, something's going to stimulate something, goddamn. But that's not what I really think is going to happen. I'm just kidding. That's just for those in the back that want the stimmy check. Honestly, I think that my real narrative on how does crypto come back is going to be based on the stock market. And today, if you look at CNBC, it's a giveaway. When next stream with Jack? I know I need to bring Jack on the stream with me so we can drill him with the hard questions. No, I'm just kidding. That's why everybody says hit him with the hard questions. I just want to get a clarity on X1. I know it's all good though. So yeah, look at this. Look at the dials in green. Shit. Right? Ukraine war, middle crisis, Trump versus Haley. You know, DeSantis dropped out of the race. The fuck? Nigga wasted a bunch of money. Race to the moon. They still talking about the moon landing. Pretty funny. But again, I think we're in a lull where we could potentially again see downside because of the way this is looking. This is not right. This is not right. Crypto's all in red, and traditional markets are up. Again, this is normal trading patterns to shave a little off the top before we enter, the non-turnaround. The way you want to find that, just go look up this. The Bitcoin halving, I mean. Let's see, where's the countdown? Let's find a countdown. All right, we'll use nice hash. If you delegate to me, I'll give you some coke. Oh. Can you tell me how many blocks you have you have validated so far? Or can you tell me how many blocks you have validated so far? I'm actually not looking at my validator to see. I kind of have to reevaluate how I'm approaching the game now, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go up against this enterprise software, and I don't want to get slashed and lose all my XN. So what I'm thinking about doing now is maybe if I don't run a node for the love of things, I have two different ideas. One is to build a node and just have it for fun and just keep learning, because this is an opportunity to do that and just get nerdy with it. And if you want to stake to my node, it's just a community thing. Maybe again, I might do what Tree City West is doing, and then just kind of see if I could daisy chain my delegators to his hashing or his hash token contract, so that we can see if that's like a new way of doing things. Because I'll be totally up into it. Like I'm thinking about the branding, and I'm like, okay, this is a billboard. How do I want to approach it? And I just don't know just yet. So that's the coolest part. You can have the hardware. You can set yourself up with the gang. One of them, again, just being yourself, putting it out there. I'm trying to, again, push this idea of like, what does it look like if we did make gang style rep, It's a different thing when you rep in a gang or you know your favorite football team or some shit like that. You know, it's like, yo, purple's on me. You know, so it's like you take Owl and you're like, yo, Owl, fuck that. Let's all rock hashheads.io, right? Zen Arena, fuck that. Let's all rock hashheads. I mean, you know, and bringing together the community via the nodes so people can see how strong we are in node validation, you know, versus it just being a ton of Cypher's primes, a ton of Zen cryptos, a ton of Zen China, you know. That'd be that's just an idea. We got a small community, but like if all 33 people watching today if you're all validators, right, and we all had hash heads, now there's like 33 hash heads on here, and people are like scratching their head, like, why the fuck is it like this? You know, it's like, yo, is this decentralized? You know, but it's like, yeah, it is. Every node is its own piece of the ledger. We're just using the same branding and this claim contract for fun, you know. Man, Tree City West changing the game with that shit. Can't wait for it to be better. But yeah, so I'll let you know how the validator goes when we get better timing stuff. Oh yeah, there's also something else that came out this past weekend. They're gonna fork the testnet soon and change some of the gas limits because they found a bug in Phantom's code. Boom. So we found a bug in Phantom's code where the chain was moving so fast with so many new validators coming online that the code didn't know how to like it had like a minimum restriction on the amount of gas like each block had, because like Phantom never expected to get like 200 nodes. Like that was never on their agenda. Like, you know, they just wanted the chain to work. Whereas in our case, the more nodes, the better, because we're becoming decentralized like Bitcoin faster than every other chain. And that should be a moon race that every chain is in. Every chain should want to be like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think, has 10,000 nodes up. Let's see. Oh, 13,000. So 13,000 nodes. Oh wow, they had it looks like 83,000 core nodes. Yeah, this makes sense though. That's cool. So you would ask yourself like, well, why is it happening this way? That's just the condensing of the network. As the network becomes larger, it's gonna consolidate, and that's kind of why, again, I'm saying you can consolidate yourself already on X1 chain by just being a read-only node, and then securing the network. But then you can be a validator and get paid in XN in a larger lump sum than just being in rewards. I mean, your rewards will be higher as a validator than if you're just doing read-only, right? So it is kind of like a game where if you can educate yourself and get to the validator state on X1 chain, you'll be able to make more passive income. But if you don't have the education, running a read-only node is like mining. You just simply download the syntax, which is Go language, and then you run a command, or you build the blockchain and run it. It's like 3 steps, very simple shit. And then you can do read-only. The reason why the validator is a step up is because you're going to need to identify yourself and put your public key out there. So you might need to do the same thing with read-only nodes, but we're not there yet. We're really not talking about that part just yet. We're still getting the validators under control because, again, we did find a bug in Phantom code based on how many validators come online, because they never expected to see 200 validators online. So we're waiting patiently for the fork. I don't know exactly when it's gonna drop, so be on the lookout for that shit. What else is out here? Yeah, Jack had like talked about it, unless he already deleted it. Maybe it wasn't released here. Maybe it was released in XENblocks. Yeah, so if you go to the XENblocks, you'll see it here. This was from Jack talking about it.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update what I've been up to last couple of days. So as you know, we are running Phantom Core, and Phantom Core is a very advanced DAG-like system, and they did a pretty good job forking Ethereum EVM engine, and basically they forked Go Ethereum. What we discovered over the last couple of days, that some of our test transactions would get stuck and they would end up pending, specifically pending in the mempool. So it wasn't an issue with consensus, but rather where transactions were just stuck, and those large transactions would actually cause the other transactions also get stuck. So upon investigation, we found out that the way Phantom has been managing the gas limit for the blocks and for the threshold to accept transaction from the mempool or memory pool into the execution environment, they have this concept of speed throttling. When more validators and more nodes come online, this sort of speed throttling is actually affecting the what they call maximum event gas limit, which we saw got reduced to all the way down to 8,200,000. Now the transactions we were testing were just slightly above 8,200,000. They were at 8,300,000. And so what happened is that as new nodes came online, the system started reducing this soft transaction limit that wouldn't allow the transaction to be taken from the pool and enter into the execution environment, where it would actually be eventually voted on and validated and enter consensus loop, and then eventually become a block or become part of the block. And so this is actually very interesting, because I think the philosophy from the Phantom guys, they actually thought that this would never be an issue because transactions should be small enough, not ever close to the limit of the block. And what we obviously have seen in the last year with Zen and inscriptions and everything is that people absolutely will bid up for the maximum size of the block. Now in Ethereum, which they forked, the block size is 30 million, but the transactional limitation within Phantom, they just wanted to reduce it all the way down to below 9 million, so that when the nodes coming online and they end up asynchronously chatting and gossiping all of those new events, the network does not get overloaded with extra traffic, because there's no locking mechanism and the nodes don't really know who is gossiping what until they receive the gossip. And so it was, in retrospect, a good idea, except I don't think they anticipated so many nodes come online like we have, and we're approaching 150 nodes. And basically that function that manages this transaction gas limit has triggered a bug, and it caused our test transactions get stuck.
So yeah, if you want to listen to this whole thing, there's just a little bit more, but it starts to dive in on the solutions that we have, which is the fork. So they're gonna fork the testnet one more time. I don't know when exactly that shit's gonna happen. You gotta get, like I said, get in the Telegram so you can get the information. But again, the fork has to happen because now Phantom was the thing we forked, but now we're gonna need to improve its code so that it can handle what we trying to do, which is actually have people come online. So if you hear what he's saying there, is essentially Phantom did an awesome fork of Ethereum, but when nodes come online, they need to talk to each other. That's what the gossip is. They need to talk to each other and validate each other as they come online. That sub action of like gossip, of chatter, of transaction confirmation in the chain, that is added gas to the overall situation of people using the chain, right? So Phantom said, fuck it. we got a core team. They're good. We're not going to see a ton of nodes come online at one time. So we'll use the node gas limit so that when new nodes come on, it won't mess up the chain from just coming online. In our specific case, again, it stopped some blocks. Jack and the team saw it. They said, hey, we can make this better because we want people to come online. We want there to be 10,000 nodes, 10,000 validators, right? That's a goal. So the only way to get that is to make sure people can freely come on and the chain won't stop. And it was cool to see him point this out because I ain't paying attention to it. I'm just waiting for him to come through. I'm like, yo, what's up, lead dev? What's the news? And then he spit some facts. Melax says, I meant the strats online showing top validators. If I want to delegate my XN with a validator, how do I find a good one in the short and sort by the number of validator blocks? Oh, okay. So yeah, we haven't gotten to that part. We don't actually have how many blocks each one has validated. Maybe that's something they'll add to this. Currently, you could just do it by delegated. So you can see who's got the most delegation. And the way right now, the reason probably why we don't have that expressed here is because this is going to work similar to Solana, where your votes, your staked XN works as votes, and those votes are what's used to make blocks. So the more staked XN to your node, the more opportunity you have for blocks. So essentially, if you're looking for someone, like you're doing research, like who do I want to stake with, you're going to be looking for who's got the most delegated XN. And that's why low key, it's going to be kind of easy to know who's going to dominate because we can see their name. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to choose really good brands, especially they see Zen China, like, what the fuck? Think about, what the fuck is this? Right? It's a new billboard. Here's another one. VN, board team, money low, John. Okay, so some people shot at themselves out. That's crazy. Look at them. Yeah, man, we got to do this. We got to get the hash heads that are online. I'm so down. I'll see you guys in Telegram. We'll talk about it. But yeah, teams are coming online. It makes a lot of sense. X1 is for the people. You know, you're not running this. You're not playing this game by yourself. So you know, if you manage to get a node online, maybe there is more to this game than just us coming online and being here. It's kind of like my theory right now. So we'll see what happens next. Because I would definitely change my brand for the opportunity to possibly, or you know, I mean, there's a lot of different things. Maybe you don't need to change your brand. Maybe you could just be like, hey, I also mine a token if you use my validator. And so on. But yeah, that's how you'll do it though. Go over here, click delegate it, see who's on top. Right now it's the unknowns. Val with a question. Crypto bro, I have one question. Listening to this problem, Jack found out, is it possible that one day Jack will release that the block size is not big enough, or will that be changed too? That's like a good question that I've also been pondering. But I think they're going to try to utilize restraint and not make, because the way that it seems that X1 is being built, it is truthfully being built with a lot of fundamentals and not a lot of curiosity or like experimentation on fundamentals, right? Like we discovered a very basic bug that is based on a fundamental, which is like, how many nodes do you want online, right? And that's where I see a lot of X1's patchwork. Is it's just patching up the pieces that are missing. And block space is not something people are actually saying is an issue, especially with Bitcoin getting up to 4 megabytes. So I think block space, as long as it's in that area of like you can fit 5 megabytes in the chain, we should be good. Again, that brings up the question like, well, what are we using these blockchains for? Are we trying to get Netflix on a blockchain? You know, are we trying to subsidize network connectivity using blockchain by sourcing the closest node on a block? Right? I live on a New York block. Like if I'm running an X1 node and you know, some streaming service decides to use like X1 as like a stream because it's well populated, you know, around America or something, you know, then that's something that's real. Like they could essentially do that type of stuff. Because it's a piece of internet that's on. Like if my node is running, I'm allowing people to use my internet as chatter. You know, it's a crazy cool thing in crypto. And X1 again, it's a super duper robust version of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I don't think yet we need to think about block sizes, because that would make me feel like we would then step into Xenium, and we would use the Xenium blocks on top of it all, right? We would turn the Xenium, like, I don't know how to say this, man. It's so fucking hard because it's abstract as shit. But like, basically, XENM or XENblocks is its own database, which means that it is its own piece of like land or data. So essentially, we could store on this side of the network as well and hard code on top of it, and have X1 chain to hard code on top of it, you know, and then other people can make more blockchains that secure XENblocks that help with storage. That's kind of like an idea that I have that I don't really share too often because I'm still building it in my mind. But long story short, I envision a world where I make my own blockchain and I mine XENblocks to give my miner value. So I use XENblocks as my own billboard to create my own blockchain, my own estate in the internet, where people who want to turn on my node for what the fuck I'm cooking, they can do it, and then they can also be securing X1 chain, you know, and it helps both sides because now X1's being secured, my chain's being secured, and I'm using that person's internet or that bandwidth to secure my chain and X1 chain because I built it in my code, right? So that's why it all starts with X1. It all starts with XENblocks. It can get really, really massive from there. Data becomes a crazy conversation because we have a lot of opportunity to utilize the whole network as a big ass fucking USB stick. Shit's wild. Win 10,000x, win no lows, win private stream. Hey, I go into private mode once the bull run starts for the real ones. Or if YouTube lets me give away memberships, that'd be cool. Big ups to everyone that keeps a membership though. This is all-time lowish. This is the Clout Cox bottom. I told you guys, Clout is holding the price up. He does not want his bottom call to get blown out. Pause. Check your last delegated stake. Rolando, did you throw some vibes? Did you give me some vibes on vibes? And there's so many nodes now. 36 is so far away from the top. Something's up with the page though. It keeps dropping our indicators. Quantum. I just got a quantum drop from the homie. I staked 69 cent. Hey, make sure you stake some new on Tree City West too, so you can help with the experiments as we experiment. I think everyone should stake to this so we can figure it out. First person to figure out how to airdrop via validator. What a new way to help produce the idea of work. And maybe that's what it is too. Maybe it's like Hashhead is like the main node concept, like the distributor of the coins. But then you make it a game where if you join the concept, you can get more coins by bringing people to your delegating area. Or if you're a delegator and you just keep staking to your own, but you're in this network, you can keep getting hash coin. There's a lot of different ways we can fucking play this game. It's pretty fun. I'm excited. I can't wait. But yeah, soon private stream. I thought Jack opt for smaller blocks for faster transaction times. Yeah, he also said that too. That's why I think Craig Crypto that we would keep smaller blocks and we would use other pieces of the chain to give to to enrich lives for those that want that feature. Because I think you don't need a lot, especially with inscriptions. So inscriptions force photos to be smaller and or content to be smaller and byte compressed. So I think inscriptions are going to bring new generators to life that we are not thinking of today, to put your stuff on the blockchain and keep it in a high quality version. Like, we're going to see new files, like, again, like, I mean, this shit is not stopping. I mean, if you're really in tech, I'm sorry, I'm nerding out right now. But if you're really in tech, you know there's new fucking files every fucking year. Somebody comes out with a new compression that's better than the other compression. So who's to say Jack Levin also isn't working on some sort of image compression machine to make sure that you can inscribe on chain with X1 chain? It gets really, really nuts, because that's where I'm thinking the next Instagram comes from. I think it comes from an image compression file that no one was thinking was possible to give us that like high, beautiful resolution at a very small byte rate. Who's gonna do it? That's that Silicon Valley plot right there. But yo, man, I just been chatting. We just been chilling. Big ups to everyone that's been watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'm trying to get my followers up. That's why I'm saying fuck crypto influencers, man. We caught them in their lie today. Shilling two different sides. Trying to get you caught up so they can steal your equity before the market tanks. Then you double lose. You just showed your Bitcoin. Now you're buying Satoshi VM. Then that tanks. Now you're back at square one, flipping burgers. Trying to get back into the crypto scene. Now you're coming back, you know? So again, I think Zen is here to save you from all that riffraff. The way that this is being designed to create a brand new blockchain that does not need VC funding to be created, yet is community driven and is continuing to be community driven, right? Everyone that's staying at the bottom, we are building the foundation of this skyscraper. So big ups to everyone that's still believing in Zen, because again, if you're curious why Zen is not going down in price, it's because the real people are in the mix and we're not selling. Both people who don't like it and people who do like it, because people who don't like it are not going to miss the gains on the table, because that's dumb. And people who do like it, again, are hodling their coins and they're planning on investing that value into X1 chain, right? That's the burn. You burn your coins into X1 chain and you store your value in X1, right? Zen might not be profitable on a lot of these shitty chains, but if it's ported over to X1 chain, it could, again, change the representation of that value. And it goes back to my tweet I said earlier, you should go check out, which is essentially, there's a plot twist here. And the twist is, this is a novel bridge for value transfer that we've never seen before, right? It's a novel bridge for it, not a stable bridge, not a fiat bridge. It's just crypto to crypto. I think that's a beautiful moment. But yeah, man, I'm about to sign off. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll come back at it. We'll talk about it again. It's Monday, so go out there and chill. Go and hit the weights. You know, it's weight time. Go take a run. I don't know what you need to do. Get up off your ass and get to the crypto, man. Peace. Stop drinking and buying. Control yourself, Rolando. Hey, actually burn that shit though. Burn that shit.